Hello, love bugs. Thanks for coming back. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of a chatty get ready with me as I play with the Colourpop Good Sport palette. This was part of their fall launch. It's stunning. I do this look and have some issues along the way. I actually did a social media poll, and this one was definitely, it was between this and the Disney one, and this one definitely won by like a long shot. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this, and then people submitted questions to me, so I printed those off because I used my phone to film, and I'm going to answer your questions. So get ready with me, learn about me, be annoyed, be entertained, learn something new. Whatever you want to do. Anyway, if you'd like to know how I got this look, stick around. Okay, so let's start by prepping the skin. My hair is sad, my skin is sad. We need help today. So I always start with my eye cream. I have, I don't know how to say this, Ole Henriksen, as close as I'm gonna get, Banana Bright eye cream. So love this stuff. It is amazing. We are prepping the skin. Let's just go with what's my skin care routine. Most of these were DM'd to me because for some reason people don't like to comment. I don't know. But what's my skincare routine? Okay. So for cleanser, I use, day and night for cleanser, I use the Garnier Skin Active sulfate-free cleanser. You can get it at your local drugstore, Walmart, Target, whatever, for like 10 bucks. I love that because as you can see, my skin gets red and it's just really, it's really gentle while still cleansing. Then I follow that up with the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Water. I use that as a toner. And then if it's during the day, the next thing I do, well then I do my eye cream. And then if it's during the day, the next thing I do is this Glam Glow Glow Starter Moisturizer. And I use the Pearl Glow. So it smells like Superman ice cream. But if it's at night, then instead of the moisturizer, I use Curology, which if you have blemish prone skin, you're struggling with acne, I highly, 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 highly recommend Curology. I used to get the worst breakouts, like all through here. You can even see some of my acne scarring stuff. But right around that time of the month, it was like I had a beard of breakouts. It was disgusting. And so I have tried like everything from Proactive. I even saw a dermatologist for a while and nothing really cleared it up. But then I got Curology, which is you like send your pictures of your skin in and a dermatologist basically creates a special concoction just for your skin, and you only do it at night, and it literally cleared my skin up in like a month. Okay, we're using Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I just finished my first jar of it. Oh, love this stuff. And that's really all I do religiously. I need to do masks more. I try to do masks once a week, but let's be real, it never happens just because of my schedule. So it usually happens once every couple weeks. I'll do a mask, but I need to do masks more. Like I want to do like self-care Sundays where I do masks. Trying something new with the foundation today because I follow Makeup for Women of Color on Twitter, and she said mixing Maybelline Superstay and Fenty Pro Filter is magic. So we're gonna try that today. Beauty Bakery, one of their blending eggs. We're gonna get this a little damp. I'm just using the Shrug Cosmetics setting spray. That was probably a little wet. Do you like my new shirt? It's from Fashion Nova. I should have worn a different necklace with it, but it's okay. We'll just go like this. So I'm gonna do a pump of Superstay on my hand, and then a pump of Fenty. I use Fenty 120 and Superstay is 112. So Super Stay has a more generous pump than Pro Filter, just throwing that out there. Okay, so I did one of each on the back of my hand, and I'm just mixing it in. And we're gonna dab, dab, dab. She said it was more coverage and more matte, better wearing, yada, yada, yada. Just basically a better, more flawless finish. So we're gonna see. Okay, and ladies, the men folk are catching on to us. We must blend into the neck. You know how they say they're gonna take us to the pool? Well, they are also looking at our necks. So blend. Okay, I'm beating that a little hard. Just a touch more. Just a touch more, my darling. Yep. I might have put a little too much on, but definitely more coverage. All right, cool. Because even with my Super Stay, sometimes like I'll put it on and then I have to go back like over this area or something. Not needed. Beautiful. Okay. Now, take my Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline. We are going under the eyes and on the forehead. And then I'm going to take, for contour, my Unique Sculpting Stick. Let's start with the contour end. And we're going to try to shrink this forehead. That is really a 5 head. Pretty sure my forehead is growing. Sculpt that cheek. Don't know what that was. I'm sorry. Sculpt the cheekbone and the chin. Do not forget the double chin. Not going to make that mistake again. And then we're going to do a little bit on. I brought that way too far in. On the nose. I actually rather like my nose. And then on the other end, which is the concealer highlighting end, I'm just gonna do a little here, little here, little here. Oh, and a little here. Let's blend this mess. This guy right here, blend that in. And then I'm going to take this brush from Unique. It's the powder concealer brush, and blend in all of this. And then after I finish this, we will take another question. Using Beauty Bakery's flower powder, I use yellow to cancel out the redness in my skin. And let's go for another question. If you can bring 2 things, not people, to a deserted island, what would you bring? First one, I had to think about this long and hard, but I got it. So the first one would be a knife, because you could attach that to the end of a stick and use it as a spear for hunting. Obviously, for building shelter, you would need it to like cut vines or whatever. I'm assuming this is a tropical island. See, what I'm saying is a knife is like your all-purpose tool when you're on a deserted island. And then my second one would be a water filtration device, because I have all this ocean water and no way to drink it. So I'm gonna bring some sort of device that's going to allow me to filter my water so that it is drinkable. I want to make sure I can live until rescue comes. And we all saw Castaway. He was on that mess for some years, wasn't he? So who cares about entertainment when you're trying to live, okay? I'm pretty confident I'd find a way to make fire. Whoa. Like rubbing sticks together, flint rocks, or seashells. I don't know. But I need water so I don't die. So now, while that bakes, let's put on a little Urban Decay eye primer. Okay, so now I'm going to do brows, and I'm going to do those off camera because they are always the same and nobody really cares. So, but just in case you want to know what I am going to be using, I'm going to be using the Beauty Bakery Brownies in Blonde. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I will be right back. As I said, we are going to be using the Good Sport palette by Colourpop. And I honestly got this palette for this color. So we're gonna be using this color. Oh, there we go, didn't get all that. So we're gonna be using this color because I love it. But that leads me to my next question, which is, talk about blending your eyeshadow, techniques you use, and how you pick your color combos, etc. And I thought that was a really good question. So, palettes are generally set up so that you can do a look like this way, or coordinating colors like right next to each other. So that can help you. Anyway, knowing that, you can kind of like, if there's a certain color you know you want to use, like I really want to use this color, I can look at the colors around it to build a look off of that. Morphe, we're gonna use this. Okay, so Ebb is the one that I really want to use, this guy here. So for a transition shade, I'm going to use, what this color looks like. I don't want it to be, no, that's too yellow for me. So we're gonna use High Hopes. I was looking at Trooper, but that is way too yellow for my skin tone. We not gonna do that, ma'am. All right, so blending eyeshadow. So you always want to start with the transition shade. These are good transition shades. These mattes, like kind of the brownie, not super dark. And then this one could also be a good transition shade, but I just do not look good in yellows. And if you were gonna do like a super purpley look, this one would be a good transition shade. Or even, maybe this one might be a little dark. Unless you have darker skin, then it would probably work. So we're gonna go in with High Hopes. Ooh, there's a powdery one. And I probably just dunked way too hard into this. Transition shade is gonna go like the high part of your crease and into the brow bone, and it is exactly what it says it is. It's a transition from your eyeshadow to your skin. So you just take a fluffy brush and work it in there. And another key to blending eyeshadow is to take your time. Make sure you blend it. If you try to rush, it's not always going to work. So we just do windshield wipers back and forth, back and forth. And then as far as how I pick out what color I want to do, I tend to wear a lot of purples because purples bring out green eyes. And like if you wear blue eyes, the wrong palette. If you have blue eyes, browns will go very well. Make your eyes pop. If you have brown eyes, blues, greens, brown eyes can almost use anything. Maroons, maroon also will work good with green. Anyway, golds, brown. If you're hazel, you can use pretty much anything. I'm dipping much lighter into the pan this time around because last time I had way too much. Anyway, so I tend to wear a lot of purples just because it brings out my green eyes. However, like I'm using that green color and I'm wearing green, but I don't really like being matchy with my makeup. Like I don't want my eyeshadow to be the exact same color as my outfit. So picking out my eye color, or my eyeshadow color, what I'm gonna base my look around, most of the time has to do with my eye color. Obviously, I'm going to only use shades that complement my skin tone, like why I didn't use Trooper because it was too yellow for my skin tone and would wash me out more than complement me. And then also just if you're feeling a certain vibe, like I'm feeling green today, so that's what we're gonna use. See how I'm taking my time blending this? That's the key. You wanna take your time. But yeah, that's pretty much how I pick it. And then, okay, so after the transition shade, now, because I'm gonna do a halo eye today, so I'm gonna find a crease color that I can do right here at the bottom of my crease, and then on the inner and outer corners. And I'm going to try Reckless. I don't know if this is gonna be too dark. We're gonna try it. So I want a little bit of a more defined crease. See how it's a little bit more, it's not quite as fluffy. So we're gonna go in with Reckless. Now that I got the color on, it is not blended at all. We are in the crazy looking stage. This is a normal part of your eyeshadow look, the crazy stage, so never fear. I'm taking that fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend right here where the transition and that crease shade meet, just to make those lines not nearly as harsh. We're blending, we're blending. See? That's a little better already. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. She was hiding. I use this as my concealer brush. Don't know if it's actually a concealer brush, but that's what I use. Going back with my Instant Age Rewind, and we're just gonna put a little bit of this right here, make a little more space for that lid color. Now, for the main event, we are going to use Ebb. that awesome green color right there. I'm going to use my finger. Oh, it feels so buttery. Look at this. Just look at it. Here we go. And we're just gonna dab it on. Oh my God. Colourpop, you sicken me. Do you see how pretty that is? You have to see. You have to see it. If you can't see it, this is so Halloween-y. I love it. Okay, now let me just do it on this side. We're gonna blend it a little bit, but let me just pop it on first. I'm so happy. It's so pretty. I know you see it. I know. Yeah, I made that lid space a little too big. We'll make it work. All right, let's find another question while I do this. What made you want to pursue the career path that you're in? Well, before I answer that question, I guess I should probably tell you what my career path is, because I don't think I have ever mentioned it on this channel. All right, so I'm gonna use, before we get there though, I'm gonna use this little guy and the Colourpop Amber Setting Spray. All right, and we're still going in with Ebb. Okay, anyway. So I am actually in law enforcement. I am not a law enforcement officer. I have a degree in criminal justice. Right now, I work at my local police and fire complex as well. Like I'm like work at the front desk kind of, and well, yeah, I do, not kind of. Do some like dispatching, make sure stations are covered. Officers will dictate reports, and then I type them up, deal with crazy people that come in, nice people that come in, crazy phone calls, nice phone calls, you know, all that stuff. Eat lots of food that people bring in. Okay, now real quick, I'm going to take that little crease brush again and go back in with that purple, which was Reckless. And because like I said, I brought that green a little, it's not so much a halo eye anymore, so we're gonna re-halo it. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing now. However, that is not my end goal. My end goal is to become a law enforcement officer, and so, or a cop. Actually in the hiring process for recruits for a couple different police departments. So far it's looking pretty good. I do have some testing I have to get done, which that has already been scheduled, and then once that is done, and they're already doing background investigations. They haven't gotten to my file yet, and what that entails is literally a member of their police force looks into your every aspect of your life. They interview your family, they interview your neighbors, like they just pop up at your neighbor's house and are like, have you ever witnessed them having wild parties? You know, there we go, that's more Halo. Things like that. They ask you super personal questions. Like one of my officers told me when he was getting recruited, he was asked if he's ever had sex with an animal. You know, just crazy mess like that. They are gonna dig as deep as they can, and don't worry, his answer was no. He actually laughed at his background investigator, and he did not appreciate that because it was a serious question. But they want to know as best as they can the kind of character of the person that they're hiring. Obviously, sometimes people fool them, but that's very rare. They literally dig into your life. They want to make sure that the people around you support your decision. Not that that would be like a break or make for your hire, but it is something that is necessary in that field because there's a lot of trauma that police officers experience. There's a lot that they see they can't really talk about, and so they want to make sure that you have a good support system. Anyway, why do I want to do it? Well, I've always known my whole life that I wanted to help people. I just didn't know exactly how I was supposed to be doing that. Going back in with this little guide that we used for the green. And then I'm going to take Reckless and we're going to smudge it under. So yeah, I always knew I wanted to help people. I just didn't, just didn't know what, oh my God, what that looked like for me. I started off as a psych major in college. Really wasn't digging that because I don't know why, actually. I think it was partly I wasn't really excited about how much schooling I would have to do, like how I basically have to be going to school for 12 years before I could really start working. That kind of bothered me. And so then I switched to a business major, which Lord only knows why I thought that was a good idea. I hated it, absolutely hated it. But it got me to, I took a business law class, and it was just like one of those classes that clicked, and it wasn't because it was business law. I'm taking ebb into the middle of my lower lash line. It wasn't because it was business law, it was just because it was law. So then I was like, you know what, I like law, I like studying law. I'm going to talk to my advisor about a criminal justice major. So I switched to criminal justice, and I absolutely loved it. It was like I finally liked going to school, you know, and that was like my 3rd year of college. So it took me 3 years of $30,000 or whatever, however much, almost $400 a credit hour, before I figured out, you know, before I actually enjoyed college. And that's really sad. So during that time, I worked at a video rental store. We still have those in Michigan. And there was a span of time at the end of the month for 2 to 3 months, we were getting robbed, like armed robberies. Like, it was always the same people. They jumped over like a wall that was like for the entrance with machetes and, you know, would pin one of us up against the wall and say, give me all your money. Because you know how when crazy things happen, you never know how people are going to react. They're either, I'm taking my Urban Decay pencil for my tight line. They're either going to be like the smartest people when faced in a traumatic situation can act absolutely ridiculous. So I found in that moment or moments that I have the ability to just act rationally. And obviously after it was over, I was shaky, and that's like when all my adrenaline hit me. So I don't know if they ever found them though, and things of that nature. So that's what led me to wanting to help people in their most immediate time of need, because I also was going back and forth with law school. But part of the reason why I decided not to go to law school was A, the ridiculous amount of money that it costs, and I wanted to help people when they need it, not like months later, if that makes sense. I'm very realistic about it. I know the majority of the people I come in contact with aren't gonna like me, and it has nothing to do with me and everything to do with what their previous encounters with police officers were. So all I can do is be the best police officer I can be and go from there. Anyway, so this is where we're at now. We're gonna work on lashes. I'm going to be using the Hello Gregory Aphrodite lashes. There you go, you can see them. Love him, love his stuff. His highlighters are my fave. So let me put some glue on these bad boys. Okay, so while my lash glue is drying, I am going to pop on some mascara. We're using the Unique Epic Mascara per usual. I like the way this turned out. That's pretty. It's fall, it's spooky. All right, let me pop these lashes on and then we'll do another question while I finish my face. I'll be right back. It has been so long since I have put lashes on, I forgot how much I suck at putting them on. And I'm almost certain I have them on the wrong eye. Anyway, I'm gonna take some fly liner and try to fix this a little bit. Ah! Oh my gosh. All right, that looks a little better. Other than the massive black dot on my nose. I feel like I made this side kind of wavy, but it'll be good for right now. I don't want to keep like adding more eyeliner and adding more eyeliner, and then before you know it, my eyeliner's to my crease. So let me fix this. Let's move along to my face. We are going to use Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, part of Rouge, and this beautiful little e.l.f. brush. If you had to wear one shade of lipstick for the rest of your life, what would you wear? Okay, it would definitely be a pinky nude. And if we are gonna go with a specific shade, as far as like an actual shade name, it would probably be Candyman from the L'Oreal Infallible Le Chocolat line. That's actually more of a mauve, but it is perfect and I wear it a lot, and it's one that, excuse me, won't fade away and be weird. But yeah, that would probably be my, if we were going specific. Like, it's not a Steff look if it's not a bold eye and nude lip. That is just moi. And I forgot to do an inner corner highlight. I think for my inner corner highlights, you know what, I don't think I brought any highlighter down here, which is not good. Up here to Rookie, see what that looks like. I can't find here, I can't see. Y'all are probably like, duh, Stephanie, you could tell from the, but like it's very pink. I wasn't expecting it to be that pink. And I have eye boogers. A bit of glue or something. Ah! But you know what? I'm not mad at that as an inner corner highlight. That's not bad. Fave right now, not my fave. But I think if we just add a lighter color on top, it'll be fine. So that's what we're gonna do. With Wild Out, which is the shade right here, that's Wild Out. More like a champagne shimmer. We're just gonna pop that, yeah, that's lightening that. Pop that on top. I'm just being super picky. I did it, like these lashes I did okay, like they weren't super bad, but these ones for some reason I had a really hard time putting them on. I think it's just because I haven't done lashes in like forever ever. So, all right, and we're doing Unique Seductive. Still using our trusty Morphe blush brush. I love this color, as you can see. And we're just gonna pop it right there. Really like the length and how they're like not super duper thick because we don't want to look too crazy. Okay. Back. Okay. So for highlight, we are going to use, hopes if I put it up right, Hello Gregory in Grape Icicle. I figure the purple will kind of tie into the purple on the eyes and we'll kind of blend it all together. I don't know what accent that was. All right, so my last question was, what is your fashion style? Well, that's a good question because most of the time, if I'm not at work, I'm just wearing leggings and a hoodie or a t-shirt. Something super basic because I'm trying to be comfortable because I'm tired. But let's assume I'm going out. So I tend to dress relatively conservatively. So like if my boobs are out, then my legs won't be, and vice versa. I don't like to show too much skin, just enough. But I also like my clothes to have an edge to them. So like I love mixed materials, like something with a leather trim, or maybe a print that like you'd be like, oh, not many people can pull off that print, you know, things like that. I like to feel like a badass, so I'll wear badass clothes. I don't know what that means to you. Bodysuits, I love. Give me a good bodysuit and I can make an outfit around it. I've kind of gotten away in my older years from stilettos. I used to wear stilettos all the time. But now it's like, I'm sorry, I'd like to be able to walk the rest of the night. That's what I do. But I would say like conservative badass. Clothing with an edge. Nothing too revealing, but still sexy. Things that, isn't this highlighter just ridiculously good? Oh my god. Anyway, I want clothing with an edge, guys. Pieces you don't see everywhere. Okay, let's do lips real quick. Kylie Malibu lip liner. I don't know why it's doing that. And I'm just gonna quickly line our lips. And then we're going to go in with Unique Splash Liquid Lipstick in Sublime. This is another color that I absolutely love. It's just this gorgeous little matte nude. This is honestly the nude lipstick that made me fall in love with nude lipsticks. I didn't own a nude lipstick until I bought this one. And there we go. And it was love at first blot. Get it? Because it's lipstick. Boom. Look how sculpted my cheekbones are right now. Like, just gotta love it. We're using Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Watermelon Setting Spray. Smells like watermelon cough syrup. It smells like watermelon cough drops. That's what it smells like. I don't know if I would say it smells delicious, but I guess it could be worse. It could smell like cherry cough drops. I don't know. Anyway, so this is our final look. I do have two other palettes that I'm looking to do looks with. So if you guys would like, oh my god, I almost just dropped everything. Hold on, I'm trying to grab these dang palettes. Oh. All right, so The other two palettes that I have are the Kylie Halloween launch. That looks like this. That didn't help you at all, like that. And then I have another Colourpop one that they dropped for Mean Girls Day. It's their Ooh La La palette. And it is this one. Wow, that's bright. So very pink. So if you'd like to see me do a pink look, or if you'd like to see me do another fall Halloween-y look, please let me know in the comments below. This one I actually had a little delay getting because when I first got it, one of the shadows was completely out of the pan and just a hot mess. So they sent me a new one right away, and for that I am forever grateful. But anyway, this is our finished look with the Good Sport palettes. Hope you enjoyed. Anyway, I will see you on the flippity flip. Thanks for watching. Okay, so quick update. I took my lashes off and just touched up basically the makeup at the lash line and a little bit around here. And it has nothing to do with the lashes. The lashes were great. It has everything to do with my lash glue. I don't know what was going on with it. And like it just wasn't sticking, and I had like this eye looked lazy for some reason. So, and I did that basically right after I finished filming. So yeah, it looks so much better now. But I am really digging the Fenty and Superstay combo. Like my skin looks flawless. So not mad at that. My forehead, I swear to God, is getting bigger. Anyway, talk to you later. Okay, so this is gonna be my final check-in of the day. I switched my lipsticks for a Kylie Jenner just because it was nearby. This is from her Kris Jenner collection. But makeup is looking fire. I've had it on now for almost 12 hours. It's after midnight. It's like 12:30 right now. I'm in my work EMS supply room. So I've taken like 2 naps. One was really short. It was like a power nap. I had practice for a quince that I am choreographing for. Lighting in here is horrid. So through all that, it still looks legit. So thumbs up. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the flippity flip. Bye.